In the aftermath of his final death match against the murderous and now deceased Green Goblin, Spider-Man ultimately died in the arms of MJ. However, the death of Spider-Man had a profound negative impact on the entire world. For instance, Gwen is shown sitting alone in her house, considering herself a curse, while J. Jonah Jameson attempts to write an article claiming he always knew Peter was Spider-Man, only to abandon it due to a lack of motivation to see it through. Meanwhile, both Johnny Storm and Kitty Pryde express their grief by lashing out in rage, whereas MJ begins her own investigation to bring down S.H.I.E.L.D. as she blames Nick Fury for Peter's death. Later, Tony Stark escorts Gwen and Aunt May to Peter's funeral and offers them all the support he can. But as they exit the car and walk through the church, Aunt May notices a young girl who shares that Spider-Man once saved her from a fire, which brought tears to Aunt May's eyes, while the child follows up with a comforting hug. Afterward, Aunt May is approached by Steve Rogers, who confesses that Peter's death was his fault and explains that he had told Peter beforehand that he wasn't ready to be one of them and that the gunshot was actually intended for him. And upon hearing this, Aunt May scolds Steve by telling him that Peter had always idolized the heroes and fought alongside them to prove himself worthy, only for Peter to get abandoned when it mattered most, as she then slaps Steve and storms out of the church, but was then stopped by Jonah, who gently guides her back inside.